The genocide is being committed within a military and political system that is owned by the US. Weapons from the US, financing, diplomatic protection, strategic support, these are not secondary to what is happening in Gaza and occupied Samaria. They are central to the Palestinian genocide. Britain, however, is the one still calling the shots and is still heavily involved through its military and spy agencies, be it on the ground or in the skies. So I therefore reject any language that places the United States and the UK outside of the genocide as merely spectators that fail to intervene. Washington cannot be treated as the government that will eventually rescue the Palestinians from the genocide Washington itself is committing. But the question is, what drives a country to commit a genocide, yet at the same time say we're going to rescue the victims from the genocide? What does that mean? And who would say such a thing, like, God forbid, a pedophile raping a child and saying that I'm going to help the child later? The UK cannot be treated as a neutral actor. They are the silent partner in this crime. Their former proctorates, Jordan, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, amongst other Arabic-speaking states that cooperate through security, diplomatic relationships. These are deeply entangled in English power. The entire route that the ex-KGB operative Mahmoud Abbas, CIA trained as well, he has been given instruction to seek survival through governments that participate in the genocide. Therefore, Mahmoud Abbas is as complicit in the genocide of Palestinians as anybody else involved directly in the genocide. So placing Palestinians inside this colonial structure means continuing to accept this structure that has continuously oppressed my people. Therefore, I begin with an exit from that political structure. The first exit is from the idea that Palestinians belong politically to the Arab League and can be represented through Arab governments. Palestinians, we speak Arabic, but Arabic language does not translate Palestinian sovereignty to another Arabic-speaking country. Palestinians may share religion, culture, trade with foreign populations, but none of those populations and relationships has jurisdiction over Palestine. Saudi Arabia, they represent themselves, the Saudis. Qatar represents themselves, the Qataris. Egypt represents the Egyptians. Jordan represents the Jordanians. The United Arab Emirates represents the Emiratis. Their participation in any form of dialogue in the name of Palestine can never substitute for Palestinian consent. And any agreements reached between the US and the Arab League or any of the GCC states cannot be treated as agreements with the Palestinian people, the bottom line. But this separation is important because the category Arab has done so much political work that has gone far beyond language. Arabs are associated with Ismail. The indigenous Palestinian population is associated with Canaan. You understand? Canaan did not descend from Abraham. Canaan, Palestine are a much older civilization than all the GCC states combined. The term Palestine has been spoken continuously in the Levant for at least 4,000 years. The Persian Gulf states are all recent establishments. You understand? But it has allowed Palestine to be represented as one part of an enormous Abrahamic Arab geopolitical space. Once Palestinians are placed in that space, displacement from Palestine can falsely be imagined as being movement to a larger homeland. I reject this logic completely. Palestine is the homeland of Palestinians. Arabia is another region. Arabic became a language of the Levant through history. It didn't relocate the people from the Levant to Arabia. But this is where my historical argument becomes important. Palestine did not begin with the Arab conquest in the 7th century, and Palestinians did not magically appear when the Yemenite origin Arabic language became dominant in Palestine. The British invented Christian Zionist idea that the entire population of Palestine was replaced by a completely unrelated Arabian population merely because the dominant language became Arabic is a fib, is a lie. This point is especially important when discussing the ancient Yahud, the Judean population. The spread of Christianity and later Islam never required or forced the indigenous population that worshipped the god Yahweh to abandon their land. Conversion was one of the mechanisms through which the indigenous population kept their oath to the land. By changing religious identity, they were able to remain physically connected to their holy land. Palestinian Muslims and Christians therefore carry ancestry from populations that practiced different religions in earlier periods, including the southern Palestinian ancient god of Yahweh. And so I do not claim that every Palestinian has one single genealogy, no. But I do argue something more important. The people living in occupied Palestine today cannot be treated as historically foreign Arab people because many of us became Arabic-speaking Muslims or Christians. Ancient Palestinians' religion worshipped the land as they did God. The land itself is holy and is worshipped. The same standard has to be applied to the Christian Zionist claim that Eastern Europeans are the original people of Palestine. Modern Jewish religious identity cannot automatically be treated as biological proof that every modern Jewish population in the world is a direct continuation of the same followers of the same God, Yahweh, that existed thousands of years ago. Not the same people. Conversion existed over throughout the years. Intermarriage existed. The ancient ancestry cannot be decided through religious affiliation. More importantly, religion cannot create sovereignty. Biblical genealogy cannot create sovereignty.